In this video, we're going to talk about what we mean when we say the term least common multiple. All right, so we're trying to find, let's look at the term itself first, least common multiple. Let's look at each word individually, starting from the right, and we're working right to left. First, multiple. Probably the best way to explain this is to show you some examples. So multiples of 4, for example, are 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, etc. Right? It's 4 times 1, 4 times 2, 4 times 3. Each of those is a multiple of 4. We do the same thing with 3. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, etc., etc. So those are multiples of 3, right? Times 1, times 2, times 3. Now the word common, let's see what the word common means, right, in this context. Well, common, suppose I got a guy here and he's got this nasty little hat, right? And I got another guy, he's got the same nasty hat, right? What do they have in common? They both have a nasty, they both have a hat. That's what they have in common, all right? Something that's in both or shared by both of them. This guy's got a nasty hat and so does this guy. The last term, least, well, we know least means smallest, right? So let's see if we can try to do an example of this. Suppose I want to find the LCM, least common multiple of, let's do a short one here, 2 and 3. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to find some of the multiples of each one. So multiples of 2, it's going to be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, etc., etc. Multiples of 3, the other number, be 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, etc., etc. All right, so those are some of the multiples of each of those two numbers. Now, common, remember, common means something that they both have. So in this case, I'm looking for numbers in each list of multiples that appears in both lists. So looking down here, I see, well, there's a 6 here and there's a 6 here. So that's a common multiple. I keep going, I see a 12 here and a 12 there. Those are common multiples. And that's probably good enough for right now. So those are two common multiples of 2 and 3. And now remember, the last part of this whole thing is the least. So of all the common multiples, I want to know which one is the least. In this case, obviously it's 6. So the least common multiple of 2 and 3 is 6. All right, let's do another example. This time I'm trying to find the LCM of, let's say, 3 and 4. All right. So again, I'll find the multiples of each one. Multiples of 3 are 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, etc. Multiples of 4, let's see, it's 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, etc., etc. Those are multiples of 4. And all right, so now I'm looking for the common part, right? Which multiples appear in both lists? Well, let's see, the 4 doesn't, the 6 doesn't. Here I see a 12 right here, so they both have a 12. And going down the list a little further, 20 here, or here I see a 24 that they both have. So in this case, some of the common multiples of these two are 12 and 24. And remember, the last part, the least, is the smallest of all the common multiples of these two, and it's clear that 12 is the smallest of these two numbers. So the LCM of 3 and 4 is 12. Hope this makes sense. We'll talk about this more in class, but at least gives you an introduction to the idea of a least common multiple. Done.